Hey guys, it's Dr. Kresimir. It's Wednesday, August the 27th. I hope that's right. If you're tuning in for the first time, my goal is to qualify for the CrossFit Games by the time that I'm 55. I'm 38 now. But most importantly, I want to leave a legacy for my two boys, Ari and Vedi, and the family that is yet to come, the ones that haven't met me, only because I would have loved to have had my parents on camera, telling me their thoughts and knowing what they were like when they were my age. So this week, let me give you the backstory. So I'm in the gym last Thursday, and I was very grateful to be able to spend some time with Coach Lacey, going over my snatch, which is an Olympic lift. And I remember it was funny. I did the first lift, and the very first comment before I even put the weight back down on the ground was, "You're very slow." No, it was, I think you're mostly slow twitch fiber. And I said, "Why would you say that?" And she said, "Because you're very slow." Now, it's true, I am very slow. But part of it, and this is where you can benefit from this week, part of it is because I'm scared. I'm scared of two things with the snatch and one thing with the squat. I'm scared to lose the weight overhead. I'm scared to drop it behind myself because I feel like my shoulders are going to explode. And I'm also scared to get underneath the weight. Now, those are two very, getting under the weight is absolutely vital if you're ever going to be good, let alone outstanding at that exercise. That's something that you're gonna have to do. Dropping it overhead or losing the barbell over your head is a potential, especially when you're powering it up. So you have to be able to be safe, or you could really hurt yourself. And the other thing that I realized this week, again, and I'm getting somewhere with this, is that I'm scared to bail at the bottom of a squat. I'm scared to get stuck. And again, it's hard to squat if you're scared. So what's been happening, and it just started over the last week finally, and I know that I should have been doing this a long time ago, but what I did know doesn't matter anymore because I'm actually doing something about it now. And my question to you is, do you have a practical strategy for helping you deal with your fears? I will not be able to progress past where I am now unless I start dealing with these fears and actually conquering them. And this is a principle in life. There's other fears that I'm holding on to in various parts of my life, and as I'm learning to let go and to deal with them, I can see myself growing and expanding. And the same thing is true for you. Now, the concepts that, at least I've been taught, I don't know what you've been taught, but the concepts that I've been taught about fear, feel the fear and do it anyways, or the repression, the idea that somehow we're supposed to repress our fears, or that it's too painful to look at our fears so we don't spend time examining them. I believe that those aren't the best concepts to have around fear. I know fear can be really gross and it can be really challenging to look at, but I think there's a lot of good that will happen if you start looking at them and spending some time breaking it down in order to come up with something practical and tactical that you can do, right? It's one thing to fear dropping the barbell and not do anything about it, but it's another thing to say, okay, well, great, I'm gonna put myself in a situation where I can safely learn how to drop the barbell so I don't have to fear the situation anymore. So take some time. I know I'm having trouble speaking again today or this week. I know that it may be uncomfortable, but spend some time looking at your fears and how you can create a practical strategy, something that you can actually do bit by bit every day to help you go through them. I don't think suppressing those emotions are ever good, and I don't think pushing them aside to be tough is ever a great strategy either. My personal experience is if you do that, it'll just come back to haunt you multiple times over throughout your life. There's some really fun stuff coming up. I went to, in London, it's called the Flying Squirrel. It's a trampoline park with the boys. We absolutely had a great time. And there's a great episode with my dad talking about why they left Croatia in the first place. So enjoy. As always, I'd love to hear comments and questions. Have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.
topic on the before.
Yeah, exactly.
They're busting, they're grinding my gears already. Welcome back. Look, I got an awesome do. I got this little piece of hair. We got lots of special guests. Here's the Shrivovica. Where's your Shriv? You're drinking wine? But let's do a little quick pan around the table. We got the whole squad here. Even Baka, who's like, ooh, she's waving. She's waving.
So that's a teacher from a background, right?
Yep.
Finally,
Charlie,
you see the face.
Charlie Brown's teacher.
I like Charlie Brown.
Okay, so here's what I'm interested in this week. How did you guys know that it was time to leave your country? You left from, at the time, Yugoslavia, which it's really Croatia. So like, what was like the deciding factor when you were like, this life sucks, we're out of here? We're getting serious this week.
Nice.
When you see no future for yourself and particularly for your children, that's the time to do something.
Yeah, but what was like the event? What happened where you were like, I don't see any future?
Not a specific event, just a combination of events, and things started to go downturn. After old guy died, things were going from, I would say, reasonably well to the worst and exceptionally bad.
Nobody knows who the old guy is.
Tito.
Who's Tito?
Tito was the supreme leader. If you ask anybody my generation and younger all over the world who is Tito, they know. He was a famous guy.
Rochelle, who's Tito?
Is he the president of Croatia?
Exactly. Nobody.
Yugoslavia.
No idea. Nobody knows.
Yugoslavia, Croatia.
Come on, we want some details. What does like worse mean? That you didn't give us anything. You
Well-
gave us like a really safe like.
Well, there was the shortage of the common stuff, political uncertainty.
Was there persecution?
No, it wasn't persecution. That just you just smell things in the air. Things were not right. You feel it. You feel it more than you see it. It's intangible change, but you kind of feel it within yourself.
Rochelle, it kind of sounds like what kind of everyone goes through before they make like a serious change in their life, you know? It kind of sounds like things just don't smell right. And I'm trying to apply it to you, you're listening, but it kind of sounds like the things that people go through in general.
Yep. Not a special event, but just a combination of circumstances that feels you unsafe and uncertain, and I don't know. I'm looking for a proper word. I cannot find it at this moment.
I heard you're an internet celebrity now.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I was recognized by a couple of people as being part of those events. So I earn my fees. Yep.
It's the best part. All right, you heard it here first. See you next week. Betty, can you pass it back to Ari? Thanks, Vets. Today's adventure. Let's go jump.